Let me get to Sanjana. Sanjana, you exist in a space where visibility is constant. Do you ever feel like you're being seen, not actually known?
Yeah, almost all the time. And I think that's very normal if you have a social media following. Like, for example, if I have 100K, not 100K people has seen me in person. I don't even think three-quarter has even spoken to me in person, right? So majority of them, they see me, but they don't know me. And I think that's part and parcel of social media.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you also kind of feel that the majority that don't see, right, but they are there as a number on Instagram, do you feel judged?
I mean, definitely. I started my entering the performance and entertainment industry through beauty pageant, and it's called beauty pageant. They will judge you. It's a beauty competition. So I was used to being judged from day one. In fact, even since school, I was being judged because my mom, as you can see, she turned 60 yesterday, and she looks like that. My sister is also super stunning, and so was my late grandmother. So I was always a black sheep of the family. So growing up, I was never beautiful. So I felt like I was always judged in that department. Yeah.
Talk about black sheep. I think all of us would be black sheeps of our family for going against the norm, for breaking rules and stuff. I know definitely I was, and now I'm the unicorn of the house.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So having shared what you shared, where do you draw the line between sharing and curating? And do you think audiences today can even tell the difference anymore?
So I feel like if you're sharing something, it's coming from a true story. It's a real experience. But more so on social media, what you see is curation.
Correct.
Especially if you're working with a brand. The brand didn't fly from the sky and coincidentally worked with you because you had this issue. Most times it's not the case. So there's a way of even curating content, curating your version of yourself on social media, but you can always curate it with something real. So I would never call myself a KOL or an influencer because my following started from me being in the entertainment industry.
Right,
so
right.
I'm not avidly always forcing people to buy something. That's not my my job even. But I feel like because I am a personality on social media, I always try to make it work with my true story and my curation. That means sometimes I also need to reject brands if it doesn't work with me.
Right.
And I also used to work as a pharmacist, so I need to also maintain, like I can't be working with brands that I know it's not going to be good for my health,
Correct.
not good for my skin, not good for my hair. And that's why I only work with people and brands that I live by my principle as well, because
Correct.
I personally feel beauty is so important, not just physically, but physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. And the biggest part is not just buying expensive products. It starts with what you put in your body, right?
Yes.
What you eat and what you drink.
Yeah.
That already makes 80% of the difference because, first of all, the biggest organ you have is your skin. And the biggest way you can see how if your skin is beautiful or not is through your health and wealth.
Yes.
And I'm talking about what you put in your body, how enriched it is. So it's all a full circle, and that's why I say I do not fully curate. It's a mixture of curating realness into your content.
Yeah, well said. I think Sanjana needs an applause for that because I understand the pressures of it,
Thank you.
Because we are notoriously very professional about curating experiences, right?
Yes.
In the business of media. And my take on that is that every founder that I work with, I kind of also do a little psych talk with them. I think more because when you are in a space that you want your values also to align with them, correct? So that you can do 1000%. I'm not even saying 100%. 1000% of what you are great at. But when the internal talk does not align with the external that you want to portray,
Yes.
I have a problem as well, as a media curator of their stories.
Yeah.
And that's why I always, whenever I work with brands and with my personal spaces as well, if the internal values don't align, you are externally then just performing, right? And therefore you are unable to then be authentic, not only just to yourself but to them. And of course, I have media colleagues here too. We are intelligent people. We know, right? When the stories are real or whether they are curated or whether they are paid stories. And therefore, I love what you say, Sanjna, and that should be an example, I think, for for not only women but men too, who are in that space of wanting to look good, feel good, should actually come from a space of I am good inside, and therefore I am authentically genuine outside in my space, and that's why I like Dr. Hugh.
Yeah, agreed. And actually, also, like just to point that on that note, because as being a personality, of course, some of your payments do come from brands, right?
Yes.
So I just feel like as long as you don't go against your values and don't work with things that you do not use or you do not believe in, then I feel the caption plays an important role. Because majority of the time, if you're just going to work with a brand, you have a standardized caption and a standardized hashtag.
Correct.
But if I personally am dead set, I love this and I genuinely use it, the way I curate my caption will be different. It's very different. So then I hope people, and public is smart now, they can actually sense what you're doing is just like a paid promotion, or are they obsessed with it. If you're obsessed with it, you will see free stories and stuff being circulating. So in that way, you can still be authentic and still do your job in the media.
Correct. Thank you, Sanjana. I'm going to throw a question for all three of you. And thank you actually because you've really been heartfelt, and I love that, right? Do you think beauty gives freedom or creates another kind of responsibility? Sanjana.
Does beauty
give freedom, or does it create another kind of responsibility?
Damn, I don't know. I feel, I'm just trying to think for myself. I don't believe let's say if I was physically or not physically beautiful, I still feel I'll be a free person. Nobody can stop me from my freedom. Correct. That's innate. That's the real currency in life, I think, freedom. But yeah, I believe the responsibility part is you think you need to show up your best. Maybe that's why. So I think along the lines, learning that imperfection is also beauty. Correct. Makes your life a lot easier. Like back then when you come from pageantry, it was a must and a necessity to look like a full-face glam, even you go for breakfast every day. Now I don't need to do that. So, and thankfully I have a doctor like Dr. Hugh, who has been taking care of my skin for a decade now, that confidently nude face and confidently beautiful is a thing. So yes, more responsibility, but it's not so much if you take care of yourself from inside.
Whichever you feel, if you feel comfortable to answer that. Is beauty getting more democratic, or is it getting more standardized? And I'm saying this from the whole evolution in your face, K-pop also that's happening, and the Korean skincare and beauty boom that Malaysia loves so much. Do you think that it's actually creating everyone to wanting to look like a K-pop star or have the same kind of features and that jawline and stuff like that? Because this is all social media, okay? From whatever that we see, I would like to know from your perspective, both of you. Do you feel it's getting more democratic to make choices, or do you think someone is setting a standardized format to beauty?
Well, also both. I think if you look at nationwide, I think every country has like an influence that they usually look to. For example, in Malaysia right now it would be K-pop. Back then it was Bollywood.
Right.
And I think in the North America, it's not K-pop at all. It's completely different. It's more of like hourglass and tan and stuff like that. So in that sense, I think universally it's definitely becoming more democratic. It's not standardized for sure because you have now different sizes, different shapes, different color, different heights, everything having their own different beauty standards. So I still feel as long as you're the best version of yourself, it's already beautiful. And I personally don't like to look like the masses. If this is the trend, I like to go against the trend, against the grain. So that's my own personal thing. But it's not that rocket science to be beautiful anymore. As I said, like if you can't afford anything, just start by not putting garbage in. You will see a difference in 3 months already.
Yeah, lovely. I think from the pageant's point, the pageant space, right? Having worked with the Miss India pageant also in India, and I'm sure there's a standardized way of how the girls look and the measurements and the fit and the skin color and the teeth. They all end up looking the same, right?
Yeah.